Infixing. That's what it was. That's how I knew. It was not his hair. Dyed green spikes held up with model airplane glue, like all the punks have, or his lack of eye contact or apathetic posture a prerequisite among disaffected youth worldwide. No! I knew! When he opened his mouth. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Infixing! The same thing tipped me off to his friend, seated across the coffee shop table from him, her calves crossed the tops of her combat boots as she exhaled a puff of stylish smoke and ennui. Fucking exactly. The whole thing's a goddamn absurd. Infixing! It didn't matter what they were saying or what they thought it represented, there was something bigger than their words, encoded in the way they were saying them. Infixing. In elementary school, most of us learned that a prefix goes to the beginning of a word, a suffix goes to the end of a word. These are indisputable, irrefutable locations in a word, but when we want to add things, usually cusses, to the middles of words, we rely on something less concrete. There's no one spot that works as the middle for every word, yet still, we say into fucking sputable, and it's era cocksucking futable, and it is, every time, and it all comes down to linguistics. Motherfucking-guistics. Oh, you wouldn't know you were doing it, you certainly wouldn't be aware of why, but when you put a word, an infix, inside another word, in your head, you are breaking that word into syllables, and so is everybody else. My 12th grade English teacher taught us that in order to determine the stressed syllable in a word, you call that word to dinner. Stretch its name out good and long. Disputable. And whenever you hold out the longest, that is the stressed syllable. When we put an infix in a word, we put it in front of the stressed syllable. All of us, all of the time. In Nicaragua, a language called Owa infixes pronouns into its verbs, always in front of the stressed syllable, so it works regardless of geography. The dude who invented Klingon does his the exact same way, so it works regardless of amount of friends or personal hygiene. Infixing knows no political affiliation. You will cuss the exact same way whether you are an evil bastard publican or Dema douchebag craddock. Infixing knows no religion. If a Catholic school nun were to cuss you out, she'd call you an Obama fucking nation of the 10 Kolikmai pious ass bandments. After which she would hightail it to the nearest confessional and say 10 hail goddamn Marys. And what this means is that at the kitchen door of our collective unconsciousness there is one lexiconic mother calling her children home, and it is always dinner time. Within the very same words we use to separate each other, we are reminded that we're connected. So, if I return to that coffee shop table and complimented that punk on his hair, he and I would be going through the exact same process as I called him mis-fucking-guided, and he called me self-goddamn-righteous. And it means we're united. If we were German, we'd say ver-fucking-gleicht. If we were Japanese, we'd say uni-fucking-tato. If we were deaf, we'd say... But however we choose to say it, y'all, infixing is yet another reminder that underneath it all we are you fucking knighted.